Okay. Just brought in that one right there, that nice little boulder. I was gonna take it a little further down, but it ditched itself right there. It's taking almost 10 minutes. Shadow's in the way. Got most of the medium-sized ones. There's a few large ones out there. Figure a couple more trips with the cart. The bigger ones out there. Probably the dolly. Need a fucking dolly for that one. It's not that bad. My finger accidentally hit the button. My friends came and dug ditches, and we ran power lines and sewage lines, and since he's in construction, he knows a lot about it. And eventually everything, to the best of my knowledge, was brought up to code except for I think something to do with the plumbing. And I'm not sure how hard that would be anyway, because now that they've been developing, they're putting in sewer lines out there. Everything in a mile radius used to be nothing but septic tanks. But I'm gonna do a little errand out here, and it feels similar to when you know you're leaving a job or know you're leaving the school or whatever. I was only supposed to be here a few years, tops. I had the choice of coming here or San Bernardino after we lost the house. For a year I lived with my stepmom, actually. And my stepbrother on the other side of Fontana. And then they were going to sell a place, and then I could have moved with my dad, and he had no one. My dad had no one. Or I could move with my sister. I came here with my dad because he had no one, and I figure I learn guitar a lot easier, a little more quiet, because I have a lot of nephews and nieces. A little quiet to study, a little closer to school. And I figured, hey man, when I graduate from the Claremont colleges, I was figuring on the autumn of 98 or the spring of 99. It was gonna be funny. It's like extended camping trip, and they have study abroad programs all over the world: Nepal, Zimbabwe, Italy, the outback of Australia. I went to Venezuela, Ecuador, Turkey, and they actually live worse than this. Some of the, it's costs as much to go to the Claremont colleges. Pittsburgh is the one I went to, as it does Harvard. It's roughly $40,000 a year, and that includes your boarding, your tuition, your books. Somewhere between $40,000-$45,000 right now. And when you're in Nepal, the shower's outdoors. If you're menstruating, they teach you how to handle that like the locals, which is you sit on a mat, okay, while you're menstruating, and instead of tampons, they don't have the same kind of consumer culture that we have out here. So I figured, hey man, this is perfect for me as far as a mentality. It's like an extended camping trip. And I have a few years to talk about this circumstance, that circumstance, whatever. But 3 years turned into like 13 years. And it wasn't all this place. I moved with my sister eventually for a few years, and I had a couple of other. I was in Hollywood for a while. I took a shot at New York, but I can go to an errand because there's high school. When I graduated 20 years ago, class of '89, roughly 20 years ago, there's only one high school, and another was opening, Miller. Fontana's now coming on 200,000. I think it's 189,000. When I was younger, a very young boy, it was 35,000. It was mostly rural out here. Now there's, Monte-Lago and Southridge. On the other end of town, there's Heritage, and they have a lot of development places. But they're gonna take a part of this road right here, and they're gonna bump back this right here further in. And one of the errands I gotta do is bring in some of the rocks, you know, for whatever reason, and salvage those for or something. But May of 2011, hopefully I'll be graduated, and I'll remember that at this place once this trailer came in, I recorded about 70 albums. You know, sorry, the Homer Cocktail persona kind of. I wrote a few novels. I wrote 7 novels. I think 5 of them were right here. Zotan, the first one, was in San Bernardino, obviously. Anyhow, I wouldn't even say it's bittersweet as much as it is just almost a sigh of relief. It'd be a little more bittersweet if this was an ideal circumstance, like a dormitory. Dormitory during college would be, you know, a little more social and a little more ordinary. But you know, recession this or economy that or circumstance this, and you know, I'm over here, you know, saving myself $900 a month on rent. You know, that's how much it costs for a studio apartment during the 90s. And I learned how to play guitar here, and you know, made do as much as I can. And for anyone that's, you know, watched a few of these videos, I plan to keep this up if I wind up in Seattle, Chicago, New York, wherever I might in life. You know, still do vlogs. This place is pretty serene, this neighborhood, for the most part. But it's not so serene. It's not so rural everywhere. You know, there's a shopping center a mile that way, and you know, it's not like some areas of the country where you have to drive 10 or 20 miles to go to a Walmart, and you know, Walmart's all you have as far as a choice. But you guys been good, and I'll be doing some reflection. So party on. Okay. I think the rest of the boulders are pretty much medium size. Okay. Here, the dolly's out there now. Most of the small and medium ones are right in here. I went ahead and saw a couple more ones that weren't necessarily medium. One looked that way, kind of, I guess, poking out through the sand, but underneath it is, you know, submerged a little bit in the dirt. So there's some of the bigger ones over here, and mostly everything's in, except 2 or 3 right here, some small ones right there. So I'm guessing one more trip, maybe 2, then I could go do my laundry. And there you have it right there, the dolly. Right there, the dolly. I'm gonna get some of the larger boulders right now.